Taking the water simulation tools that we have, the simulation tools that we have produce sort of an endless stretch of ocean, and as you start to crank the wind speed up, you get these really giant choppy waves out in the middle of the ocean, and so you literally hunt around through a kilometer by a kilometer's worth of digital ocean to find the shape that you're after. In some cases where we really needed something specific, like a rogue wave that happens to lift the Venture up in exactly this curved shape and smashes it around a rock that we were calling the pivot rock because the Venture slides against it. Those things were sculpted by hand. It should be noted that all of this simulation is happening in a two-dimensional sense. We have a plane of water that goes out kind of forever in every direction, and all we're doing is giving it a height. We're just lifting it up like a carpet. So once we have that carpet that's got the right shape, then the main things that we have to do from that point is start to add all of the various kinds of foam that really define the shot. We have a technique to analyze where the foam should occur. That tool that we built is called Crest Breaker, and it comes up with a representation of where the surface would be breaking into waves. The last step would be coming up with mist that just comes off the crests, like wispy little stuff that gets picked up by the wind, makes it feel really turbulent. Once we've done that in 3D, we take those rendered images and then the compositors make them usable.
There are a couple of shots that it almost makes me shiver with fear to think that we actually did them, where they actually shot the actors in a rowboat that was on a little gimbal mount with shortened oars even, because they knew the oars were going to have to interact with the water. I wish they'd shot full oars in retrospect, but anyway, hindsight's a wonderful thing. One of the shots, they had Adrian Brody in a foreground boat, and then in the Avid, they'd taken a completely different element, which had Jack Black in a different rowboat, and put it behind the Adrian Brody one. And they just composited the two together and said, "Here, make this work." And we're like, oh my goodness. Ugh.
Those shots with the rowboats rowing towards camera are just deadly. I had sort of pessimistically declared that they would have to cut them because there's no way on earth we could possibly do it.
Just presents a big challenge because your water has to hold up nearby. You have to have the boat interactions and the splashes around the edge of the boat. You've got to have the oars going into the water and splashes from the oars. In addition, it's stormy and the waves are splashing against the boats.
And yeah, to the point of in some cases, some of the compositors in frustration took video cameras up to Breaker Bay or up to Island Bay, filmed stuff, digitized it, and put it in their shot instead of relying on trying to generate elements from scratch.
So you end up relying on your water tools and your water artists, and then on a talented team of compositors to take these elements and combine them all with these computer graphics elements to create a believable scene where they're approaching Skull Island. And you don't want the audience to be sitting back and saying, "Oh, well, what's that? That doesn't look quite right." You want them to be on the moment because these guys are going after Anne. They're trying to rescue Anne.